A few days ago, I made a community post where I asked people a simple question. Do you think that Burntrap and the Mimic are the same? And the results genuinely surprised me. 48% people voted for yes and 52% for no. This really shocked me. I thought that this was a very simple question with only one clear answer. And when I looked into the comments, it was weird seeing how many people were overlooking evidence and just straight facts. So, in this video, I will try to convince you, or at least make you consider, that the Mimic is indeed the same as Burntrap. So first, people are saying that the Mimic cannot be the same as Burntrap because they don't look the same. Now, I think that they don't look the same is because it was a long time since the events of Security Breach. The Mimic got rid of the Burntrap suit and also removed and switched a few of his limbs. But even with all of this, he still literally has the same arm that Burntrap had. Exactly the same arm and hand. The one with the pointy fingers. And if you look very closely at the arm, you can still see the remnants of blood where his flesh tendons used to be. Exactly around the hand. But there are more pieces of evidence than just this. In the FNAF character encyclopedia, Burntrap and the Blob have their own pages. On both of these pages, next to their name, it says not canon name. So, what are their canon names then? Well, when you look into the game files of Ruin, you can see that the Blob is actually called Tangle, so his name is most likely that. And well, what's Burntrap's name? Well, what other could it be other than the Mimic? Like, honestly. Now this one may be minor, but still worth to mention. The Mimic has this very weird green piece of something that looks like the remnants of the Burntrap spring bunny suit. Like, even if you don't believe me, then tell me what other thing it could be. Now, if this next fact doesn't convince you, then I don't know what to tell you. In the books, the Mimic has a very specific pose. His left hand is curved. The reason it is like that is because he's thought to hold a white tiger plushie in that hand, and he does it even while not holding him. Now, please take a look at the only two cutscenes where Burntrap is visible and take a look at his left hand. Yes, his left arm is curved. Still not convinced? Well, let's continue. In Tales from the Pizzaplex, the Mimic attacks a girl named Kelly and her corpse gets stuck onto his endoskeleton. Yup, the corpse on Burntrap is most likely her. I hope that you are now at least a little bit convinced that the Mimic is actually Burntrap. Genuinely all evidence points to it. Now, there were also some people saying that the Burntrap isn't canon and that it all came from Gregory's imagination since the Burntrap ending is just a comic. Okay, please let me remind you what these comics and non-canon endings mean. They are events that could have happened if Gregory made different decisions. The events that happen in these endings aren't canon, but the location and characters still do exist. For example, the point of the Burntrap ending is to show that there is an underground location with Burntrap and the Blob, but the event of the Pizzaplex collapsing and exploding didn't happen. But it was the earthquake and the Blob digging tunnels underground that made it collapse. Watch my previous video to learn more about which ending is canon. Plus, the Blob still literally exists in the game, but he just moves really quickly so we can't fully see him. There were also some people saying that the Mimic was a retcon and that it was made because people were complaining that the FNAF 6 ending was ruined. Well, not really. Since FNAF VR came out, it was never, ever said directly that Glitchtrap was Afton, nor was it said in Security Breach. Fazbear Frights clearly told us that William is forever stuck in an endless nightmare caused by Cassidy. Also, in the code for Tales from the Pizzaplex, it was clearly said that the books were made, or at least started being made, in 2019, 2 years before Security Breach released. And also, remember when Daco did an interview with Steel Studios and he asked this?
Yeah, the cartoon that was like, do you know what I'm talking about or not? Are you teasing?
What's really cool about the cartoons, actually, is that if you've been paying close attention to them, you're already playing Security Breach.
And well, do you remember what happened in the cartoons? Foxy was being an endoskeleton, wearing a suit. Just like the Mimic, wearing the spring Bonnie suit. So at the end, this is what I think. I believe that after the Princess Quest ending where Gregory freed Vanessa and killed the glitch trap virus, also known as Mimic 1, Vanessa told him that the Mimic is underground. They went back and used the Mexa security program to seal the Mimic inside one of the rooms. I think that this is actually the definitive ending of the glitch trap virus, since Gregory destroyed it playing Princess Quest 3. And that's why the Mimic stopped mimicking Afton and stopped trying to look like him and act like him. But he started being obsessed with someone else. Gregory. The Mimic wants to be Gregory. But that is a topic for another video. It is clear that many people don't believe that the Mimic is Burntrap because they are overlooking crucial details from the books. But I can't really blame them. They just don't have money or time to be bothered by some books which are still very vague about being canon. So that's why I made this video, to tell you these crucial details from the books and try to convince you that the Mimic is indeed Burntrap, since many people in my comments were saying really weird stuff and overlooking these details. But with all that being said, this is still just a theory. Let me know your arguments in the comments. So, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.